friends, welcome to Dr. Rajkumar's Learning app. Today we are going to talk about fetal movement. Have you wondered why babies kick in the womb? Well, fetal movement refers to motion of a fetus caused by its own muscle activity. Locomotor's activity begins during the late embryological stage and changes in the nature throughout development. Muscles begin to move as soon as they are innervated. These first movements are not reflexive but arise from self-generated nerve impulses originating in the spinal cord. As the nervous system matures, muscles can move in response to stimuli. When will the baby start to move? Early movements are not purely reflexive, but as the movements become more coordinated, it's likely the brain is in control of how much and when the baby moves. During the first trimester, a 6-week-old human embryo can arc its back and neck. By 7 weeks, movement in the arms and legs can be detected by ultrasound. Movements of hands, hips, and knees have been observed at 9 weeks, stretches and yawns at 10 weeks. Second trimester. By 12th week, the fetus is able to kick and curl its toes and may grasp its feet or scratch itself with its fingernails. It can also move in response to a touch on its skin. Also, the thoracic diaphragm moves up and down as if the fetus were breathing. But babies in the womb are doing more than just breathing. By 15 weeks, the baby is also punching, opening and closing its mouth, moving its head, and sucking its thumb. A few weeks later, the baby will open and close its eyes. But the mother will only feel the major movements like kicking, punching, and maybe big hiccups. Third trimester. In later pregnancy, a complex motion called stepping develops. This movement consists of circular bicycling motion of legs which helps the fetus move to head down position in preparation for birth. When do we feel baby move? The first time a pregnant woman feels her baby kick can be surprising. A sudden reminder that the tiny creature growing inside her has a mind of its own. All pregnancies and all babies are different, but it's unlikely that lots of activity like kicking, punching, and maybe big hiccups are felt in 15 to 21 weeks period. But why should babies show movement? Kicking in uterus may be related to brain development. Fetal kicks in the third trimester help the infant develop brain areas linked to sensory input. They are also tied to helping the baby form a sense of their own body. The fetal movements you feel are an indication that your baby is growing both in size and strength. The womb is a tight space to exercise. It turns out those kicks are vital for the baby's healthy bone and joint development. The baby needs to move to be healthy after birth, particularly for their bones and joints. As the brain develops, the fetus kicks and responds to their own brain activity as well as to changes in maternal movement, sound, temperature, and other stimuli. The babies also do breathing movements. While the baby isn't actually breathing air, it will perform the same movement, just with amniotic fluid. It is explained that babies who don't perform this movement often have trouble breathing once they are born because they haven't built up their chest muscles. However, lack of fetal movement can lead to a variety of congenital disorders such as shortened joints and thin bones that are susceptible to fracture. Periods of higher activity. Babies are more active at certain types of day, such as after you have eaten a meal. It is because of the sudden surge of energy from the food you have consumed, or when you are lying down in bed. Why do babies kick in the womb more during the night time? Because baby tends to be alert and active when you are resting and there isn't much chaos. Why do the baby's movements slow down? By about week 21, the fetus begins to develop a regular schedule of movement. Movement is restricted around this time because the fetus has grown so large, it has little space for kicking or changing the body position. After that point, the baby's kick decreases because there is less room for the baby to move around. Generally, we say an active baby is a healthy baby. The movement is your baby exercising to promote healthy bone and joint development. All pregnancies and all babies are different, but it's unlikely that lots of activity means anything other than your baby is growing in size and strength. Feeling a baby moving and kicking in the womb might be a weird sensation, but it's simply a sign of healthy development. Thank you.